Many were sceptical about the Gab and Jules podcast. It's proved to be a hit. The rapport, however, between your two is always quite interesting. This caught my ear when listening earlier in the week.
So I think Granit Xhaka could have a few offers coming from Germany, which I think would be very welcome in the sense that they could use that cash again to spend.
27 years old.
No, I know you're not going to get 100 million
big wages.
For him.
What are you going to get?
If you get 35 million, you're happy.
You think someone's going to give you 35 million for Granit Xhaka?
Well, maybe, yeah, or 30 million. I don't know. You sign even 25 million. I think you sign.
Let's say it like it is. We have agreed terms with Hertha Berlin and would like to go there. Granit Xhaka's agent on the future of the Arsenal midfielder. Take that, Gab Marcotti, Jules?
He can stay skiing if he wants to. Who needs him?
Yeah, that's very true. How close is he to making
Xhaka
the move?
It's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. I think the move will happen. The two clubs are discussing terms for the transfer right now. I think they will find an agreement over the transfer fee. Xhaka wants to go. Obviously, we know this season hasn't really been great for him at Arsenal with the controversy with the fans and throwing the shirt on the floor and etc. etc. He wants to go back to Germany. Hertha definitely need a holding midfielder or defensive midfielder, so that fits. The problem for Arsenal is that Arteta really likes Xhaka, and he likes him also because he's left-footed, which he doesn't have many in a midfielder position. And as we saw against Bournemouth, when they build the play, Xhaka used to drop almost in that left-back position to build up the play from the back like that. And I think that's what Arteta had in mind for Xhaka as a role going forward this season. If Xhaka leaves, Arteta will have to find another player, left-footed midfielder, to play in that position and do that kind of job. And obviously, there's no one else in that squad right now able to do that. So they will have to replace Xhaka with a very, very strict profile of someone that can do that job.
Well, Xhaka isn't the only player who's being linked to a move to Hertha Berlin. This is a side who have laboured so far this season. They're currently sitting in 12th. Jurgen Klinsmann, of course, has come in. But apparently, Jules, they've got a bit of money to spend and are willing to spend it in January.
Yes, they've got a very wealthy owner who is ready to splash the cash in January, even if that means paying a bit over the usual price for some players, because January is a tough month for transfers, as we know that, and everybody will know how desperate they are to especially sign a defensive midfielder. They've been linked with a few of them. They've approached a few clubs. Xhaka and Arsenal, obviously, but also look at Touzard at Lyon and Kevin Strootman in Marseille as well. All the similar kind of profile as well, and left-footed for the case of Strootman and Xhaka. So they're clearly in the market for one defensive midfielder, maybe two even. And I think they'll be ready to spend quite a lot of money on those positions, maybe going forward as well with a winger and a striker. So the Klinsmann revolution on the pitch is happening because results have improved, but off the pitch, they're getting ready for a very busy January.
If Xhaka goes to Hertha Berlin, who could come into Arsenal? We're hearing rumours, aren't we, of Rabiot, who hasn't really played that much for Juve this season, coming to London.
Yes, Rabiot is an interesting one because Raul Sanllehi, the head of football at Arsenal, is a huge fan and has been for a very long time, even back in his Barcelona years. And Rabiot, as you said, has struggled a bit in Turin to get some game time, I think to adapt to Serie A football, also to life in Italy. And maybe for Rabiot, a move on loan, for example, to get some game time could be interesting. And like I said before, like I explained, the role that Arteta wanted Xhaka to play in his team, especially when Arsenal have the ball and build from the back. Rabiot obviously would be very good in that role as well. Left-footed player, very at ease on the ball, very good on the ball to start those moves from that sort of left back side. So that would make a lot of sense. There's still a long way, I think, between that and Rabiot arriving at Arsenal, but it will certainly be the kind of profile that Arteta will be looking for, because there's no doubt that Xhaka would be replaced if he was to go to Hertha Berlin.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.